So the leaders in America, it's not Bush and Obama, by the way, they understand that. And they are panicking. And I also think they're very incompetent. Or maybe they're crazy. Or all of the above. But they know that time is running against them. And they must act. They must act to keep their power and to keep their dominance on the world. And so far, the only way they did that is to create chaos, to create war, to create tensions between people, tensions between communities, tensions between religions. And this is impacting us. Good friend and journalist Pepe Escobar described this process very well also in his book Empire of Chaos. Because in chaos, people are scared. And when you're scared, you go to mommy. Mommy United States. Mommy dollar. So the United States is ready to kill millions of people so that they keep their dominance of the dollar and the control of the energy sources of the world. And again, my analysis is one that is very materialistic, empirical, and it does not preclude other analyses that we will hear in a few minutes. But it does explain why there has been created chaos in Iraq, in Libya, in Syria, and soon in many other places. And I believe soon here. So NATO, and of course which is the armed forces of America really, go from one destruction to another, one disaster to another. And these politicians, which are criminals, Sarkozy's, the Hollande, the Fabius, the Camerons, the Obamas, the Bush, why are they not in jail? Why are they not in front of the firing squad? After a failed trial, of course. Now we see this process moving into Europe. Because, to come back to what I said before, this chaos does have an objective to also destroy Russia. Because again, Russia is a powerful military, has a powerful economy, and it is still the place where there is the most reserves of energy. And so it has to be destroyed, or at least controlled. But you cannot control Vladimir Putin. So you have to destroy the country. So that process started a long time ago with the wars in ex-Yugoslavia. But now it gets near Russia with Ukraine. And before that in Georgia and the Caucasus. But Russia is not Saddam Hussein's Iraq. Russia has indomitable people. 26 million dead in World War II to win the war. And they won. Russia is also a very sharp military industry. This is not second-hand export tanks and planes and radar and anti-aircraft systems that were sold to Libya or to Syria or to Iraq. This is cutting-edge military technology focused on defense. So anyone who wants to make war with Russia must be mad. Unfortunately, I cannot exclude that. So what can we do? Can we trust our politicians in Europe or in the Middle East or in America to change? For the vast majority, they are corrupt, incompetent, and as I said, sometimes criminal. Can we count on the people? A lot of them still have television. But you in this room are part of the millions of people today who are changing themselves. And then we're changing people around them. Slowly. Unfortunately, slowly, but we cannot go faster. Because people are in denial. People want to continue to consume. Because it's pleasurable. The truth is hard. Whether it's on a materialistic approach or on a spiritual approach. But we can reinform ourselves. We can re-educate ourselves. We can learn. We can read. And then we can act. And my humble approach, my humble advice that I explain in my books is, of course, that we can learn to be autonomous, or as autonomous as we can. Because when we're autonomous, we can be independent, and maybe we can be free. At least free from the slavers that are around, and more of them. So I explain how to build a sustainable autonomous base, which are based on reaching autonomy for water, for food, for medicine and health, on energy, on knowledge, in defense, and in social communities. And this is how I met the Sheikh. I was listening, very interesting, to many of the videos and of his speeches online. And I was surprised to hear that someone from such a different background, from an approach that is spiritual, of course, very educated, can come from the study of Islamic eschatology to reach the same conclusions that I did in a purely materialistic approach. So we met, shared ideas, shared thoughts, and we agree on the path. There are not 1,000 ways to do it. Maybe there is a few materialistic approach to save our bodies, which humbly is only what I ambition to do. I cannot speak more than the materialistic approach. And of course, the Sheikh will go further into other ways to save ourselves. And therefore, it is also important that we meet today all together, because with understanding and with autonomy, we don't have fear. And therefore, when you don't have fear, you can build peace, and you can build dialogue, and you can maybe solve, the immense problems we're facing today. Because if we don't talk, and if we don't talk in peace, we will end up killing each other. And some people are just waiting for that, because you make a lot of money out of people killing each other. And even if they are crazy, which I think they are, it doesn't mean they're not going to try. So, my friends, today, it is really with humility that I'm here, and that I encourage all of us together to always dialogue, to not overreact to the news. Because when the news shows us people in Syria beheading people with a knife, it's meant to make us hate each other. When the media show in people making fun of other people's religions, it is made for us to hate each other. I've had threats today. I've received threats for this country. And they say, why are you talking to a Muslim? Muslims are invading Europe. Muslims are taking over the world. I look around me. I look at TV presenters, politicians. I look at the people which I pay taxes to. I look at the general of the armies of NATO. I don't see Muslims. It doesn't mean there are no problems. It doesn't mean we don't have massive problems in which Muslim people are linked. But Islam is not my enemy. Islam is not a problem per se. Maybe people who claim to be Muslim can misbehave and create problems. Yes. But always we need to discuss first. And remember that the other alternative to peaceful discussion is war. And history shows that the wars are getting harder with more death, more brutality, more savagery, and much less compassion than before. This is not Saladin or Richard Lionheart anymore. This is gas, artillery, massive destructions on civilians and everyone. So in the end, the choice is ours. For me, for you, for everyone. Are we going to go the easy way, which is to follow our pulsions and listen to the media and go to war? Or we say no? I say no. And that is what I hope that we will all do. And with this, j'espère que c'est ce que vous ferez également. But everyone has his choice. Vous avez tous votre choix. So with that, I would like to leave the tribune to the Honorable, Venerable Sheikh Imran Hussein, and which I must thank for writing the foreword of the Arabic version of my book, which you have never had. So this is your copy for you. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.